Hello, I'm Rex Rathgeber, current Vice President of your Cessna Employees Flying Club. Today we're going to take you through a video that will demonstrate how to use the remote portion of our new fuel truck. The purpose of remote fueling is to help eliminate the dependence we have on other FBOs fueling our aircraft on the field, which is very costly to us. There are 5 requirements to be met before you can be checked out on the fuel truck. 1. Watch this training film. 2. Review the safety items and emergency procedures on the checkout list. Review the bylaws and rules as applicable. 3. You'll need a fueling checkout on an airplane by a designated person. 4. You'll have to fill out a fuel truck checkout sheet similar to the ones we use on the airplane, signed by the person who checked you out. And 5. Get with the Cessna Employees Flying Club office for your personal key. A deposit of $10 for the key will be added to your next bill. There are 2 important safety issues that I'd like to point out before you start fueling. 1, no smoking on the ramp. 2 is weather. The general rule is no fueling if there's lightning within 15 miles of a radius of the airport, and in heavy rain you don't want to fuel because of moisture contamination in the wings. Before demonstrating the fueling process, I would like to point out a few significant items that you'll need to know before fueling. 1 is the battery disconnect switch, located on the left forward side of the cab below the driver's door. It's a simple on-off switch. For fueling at night, the truck is equipped with external lights and cabinet lights. The external light is a floodlight located on the left forward of the tank at the top. There's a switch to turn it on and off if it isn't on. The light will come on when the fuel truck starts. The light will go out when the fuel truck stops. There are 2 cabinet lights for night lighting. One located on the forward, the second located on the aft of the cabinet. The switch is on the assembly, and you simply turn it on and turn it off. These lights will also come on when the truck starts, and they'll go out when the truck stops. The computer on-off switch, the truck remote start switch, the fuel computer for the truck. Below the computer, there will be a checklist. It will be tied to the truck and with the truck all the time. It will have safety procedures, the checklist, and the back sheet will be emergency procedures. The checklist will take you through the fueling process if you haven't fueled in a while. On aft in the cabinet, the fuel nozzle and reel, the fuel hose rewind button, static discharge cord to be attached to the airplane before fueling, and the pump engage-disengage handle. After the pump handle is the fuel counter. If you need to keep track of the gallons you put in the airplane for your fuel load, you simply zero the counter. If you are topping the airplane, it's not necessary to do this unless you want to. Aft and below that is a protective mat for the wing to keep from scratching the wing with the fuel nozzle when you're fueling. This simply goes over the port in the wing. In the back of the truck, we have 2 ladders. They simply lift off from the brackets and slide back on. There are 2 fire extinguishers located on the truck. One on the left front of the tank. To remove it, you latch, and you can pick the extinguisher up. The second fire extinguisher is located on the right rear of the truck. It latches and unlatches the same way as the fire extinguisher in the front of the truck. On the back of the truck is the emergency handle. Anytime you have an emergency and you have to shut off the fuel pump, come back, grab the handle, pull up on it. It's stiff, but it will shut off the pump. It won't shut off the fuel truck. The position of the truck is important while taxiing the airplane into position. If you'll note the identification lines where the truck should be placed, this will keep any wing from getting into the truck, provided you keep the airplane on the taxi line and in position. When taxiing into position, you'll make right turns, following the taxi line and arrows as marked. When you get into position, you'll note an identification mark for the left main. You need to be on that identification mark or to the outside of it. This will keep the wing away from the fuel truck on any of the airplanes in the flying club.